redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Boy, you looking like Blank Man. Boy, you looking like Lil Bill. Boy.
Hey, all gravity, any day above ground living. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Wednesday, and you know it's Wednesday, and you know what you gotta do. You gotta go out there and hump something. Trump's getting humped right now. Yo, I read his talk is spicy. You gotta love it. Fam, they out here invoking Sony. They out here invoking the PS5. Maybe we need to ask Iran to put pressure on Rockstar to release GTA 6. Because it seems now they've been talking and shit is moving. So for those who are keeping up, yes, the CPI report came out this morning. Inflation is steady. But we know what that means. That means next month is fixing to fall off a cliff. The spring will show us everything. But we're going to talk about this Iran situation because Iran say, if you leave us alone for about 2 miles, we won't bother you. Right. And you would think that a country that you claim is sponsoring terrorism, you would leave them alone. Let them deal with their internal strife. You don't have to add to it. No, we have to be America. We have to add to it. So, I want y'all to listen to this clip that Trump say. And then Trump came outside. Well, his people came outside and said something that we're going to see later that should very much alarm you. But let's see what he's talking about here.
The situation was very quickly approaching
Mm-hmm.
point of no return, and the United States found it intolerable, in my opinion, based on what Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me. Marco, so involved.
Jared Kushner, you're because it couldn't be talking about Jared Taylor because he's a white supremacist and he's stupid. Jared Kushner, your son-in-law, one of the main players of Affinity Partners, who is over there in Qatar right now building your damn hotel. He's telling you that it's accelerating. Is it because it's accelerated because it's bad for the region, or is it bad for your business interests? Let me know. Go ahead. You'll probably tell us. Maybe.
That I thought that they were going to attack us. I thought they would. If
You
we didn't
thought
do
they
this,
were going to attack us.
the time we did it, I think they had in mind to attack us. And
Sir, you told us that you blasted their capabilities last year. So are you admitting now that they have capabilities to attack us? And if they do have these capabilities to attack us, why haven't they done it yet? Okay, so we're going to play this game. Okay, so Jared Kushner told you to go bomb Iran. Okay. All right. Marco Rubio told you as Secretary of State to bomb Iran, even though we have caught him not even understanding what's really going on in that region, but he's supposed to be Secretary of State. This is great. And where is JD?
so involved that I thought that they were going to attack us.
Listen again.
We didn't, in my opinion, based on what Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me, Mark.
JD is the vice president, right? He's supposed to be in charge of foreign policy. Where is he? You didn't even mention JD. Where is JD? Okay. All right. Oh, this is mainly why we're going to do this live. This here. This here. This here. Senator Chris Murphy. This twit decided to write a tweet saying that the U.S. Navy is escorting an oil tanker out of the Strait of Hormuz. And the markets dipped upon hearing that news because they say that's a good thing. It'll bring down the price. Let's listen to what he said.
What is the reason, if the nuclear program isn't the reason, as poor Ted Cruz, I never thought I'd put those three words together, is over there talking about nukes? And we know that the intelligence did not suggest that an attack was imminent from Iran. What is left? Why are we at war with Iran?
By the way, Chris Murphy and some White House staffer in Trump's administration decided to try to play oil price games. I just want y'all to understand. And he's going to say it.
Great question. Yeah, great question. I mean, the simplest explanation, might be the one that they gave 24 hours in, that they've kind of tried to backtrack since then, which is that Israel made us do it. That Bibi decided on this timeline.
Israel made you do it. Okay.
Netanyahu decided he wanted to attack,
Mm-hmm.
and he convinced Trump to join him by scaring Trump into believing that U.S. assets in the region would be at risk, and so Trump is better off just joining Netanyahu.
American interests in that region are always under attack. Why was this time different? Come on, Chris. Tell us the real reason. Come on.
I hope that isn't the full explanation, but you're right. As we are now hearing that the nuclear program is not part of their targeting campaign, as we're now more confident that even harder line leadership is taking hold, as the Strait of Hormuz is still being shut down, even as we get their Navy, what's left as the explanation? It might just be that Israel forced our hand, and how weak does that make the United States look?
Chris Murphy, you were involved in this. You see how he's talking? You were involved in this, sir. You went on MSNBC and said this bullshit, and the markets reacted. Okay. So we're gonna explain what happened. Some idiot put out that tweet saying that the U.S. Navy was escorting oil tanker out of the Strait of Hormuz. Prices went down. All them idiot Trump supporters ran online and said, see, $27 drop. See, you guys were panicking for nothing. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I didn't even say a word. Then it came out hours later when Iran, and by the way, screenshot, when Iran decided to say this. Iranian parliament speaker says an oil tanker crossed Strait of Hormuz escorted by U.S. Navy ships, maybe on PlayStation. They didn't even have to launch a missile. They didn't have to detonate a dirty bomb. They punked him on social media. They punked us on social media. PlayStation. All them right-wingers who love Call of Duty, he went and used Call of Duty against you. You got humiliated. If you play Call of Duty, you know what that is in reference to. You got humiliated. Then when that came out, the staffer, whoever put that up, deleted the post. And guess what the market did? They reacted. This shit shot back up. Wiped out $80 billion off the market within a span of a few hours. If you were here in September 2024, I need you to put a 1 in the chat. Because I'm going to explain to these idiots what we do over here. I keep telling you, Trump supporters don't understand anything about this country. They were nomadic Democrats and nomadic liberals until Trump showed up and yelled and bloviated and pissed and moaned them back into consciousness. Now they want to run around almost a decade later acting like they're experts on shit. They have no clue what's going on here. You think watching the stock market is an indicator of how great an economy is. Y'all really don't understand what's going on out here. And this is the same group of folk who were probably pissing and moaning during the financial crisis of 2008. But that's okay. That's okay. What did I tell y'all in September 2024 when we did that Kamala Harris live? After this election, when BRICS is fully recognized, it's going to be hilarious watching these people try to explain things. They're going to try to explain BRICS. They're going to try to explain what's going on out here. And they don't have no clue. I told you, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to laugh. I've been laughing for the last month. No clue. Iran knows what it's doing. They understand what the play is. They're going to bitch, moan, and complain, fire missiles, and talk spicy because they understand that in the next few months, they're going to lose control of the Strait of Hormuz, and it's going to go to a council run by BRICS. And they're going to have to accept it. So they're just letting off shit right now just to show people we still got some power. And your idiots over there on the right are going to champion the fact that Iran lost control of the Strait of Hormuz. You watch what I tell you in the next few months. They're going to celebrate that, not realizing they gave China, Russia. I can't wait to show you what I found out about India, Brazil, and South Africa. You know, the country that punked Trump in his living room, are going to control the Strait of Hormuz, basically controlling 90% of the world's economy. But that's okay. Let's hear what this blue-eyed white bitch is going to say. And this is why I said after he won and he put his administration together that they're all DEI.
Yes, I was made aware of this post. I haven't had a chance to talk to the Energy Secretary about it directly. However, I know the post was taken down pretty quickly, and I can confirm that the U.S. Navy has not escorted a tanker or a vessel at this time, though, of course, that's an option the President has said he will absolutely utilize if and when necessary at the appropriate time.
Okay, madam. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is another example why MAGA hates women. Caroline Levitt is so dumb she doesn't even realize now that she's in the firing line. You're the press secretary, madam. Everything and anything that happens in that administration, policy-wise, hell, if somebody falls down in the bathroom and cracks their skull open, you have to report it. Notice, they know who did it. Didn't say that that person got fired. Didn't even name them. A staffer. So it had to be somebody close to somebody up top. You are supposedly up top, but you have to represent the administration in front of reporters. This is a humiliation ritual. You are now going to be the person they're going to go to every time Iran pulls something. And I guarantee you, the first 2 times you tell them you don't know, they are going to start doing hit pieces on you, and they're going to force you to look Trump dead in the face and try to save your job. And then they'll kick you out. And he'll put a man there. And all he'll be known for is going viral for arguing with reporters. DEI is beautiful. America is effed. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Something on True Social that every financial editor in London read very carefully, and that almost nobody in America media explained correctly.
The United Kingdom, our once great ally, maybe the greatest of them all. We don't need them any longer, but we will remember.
Every headline called
He's talking about the UK. Keep going.
that a humiliation of Keir Starmer, but they're all looking at the wrong battlefield. The Post is a message to the City of London, and to understand it, you have to ask the one question nobody is asking. Britain has dragged us into every war since World War I. Every single time. Why did they sit this one out? Here's Starmer giving Parliament the answer.
I'm clear in my mind that any UK action must always have a lawful basis. It must also always have a viable and thought-through plan.
No, Lucky, I'm not a leftist. See, I shitted on... Okay, let me help you. That live that I referenced, I was in there shitting on Kamala Harris. What lefty you know does that? I was shitting on Biden his entire administration. What lefty you know does that? Let me know. I just want to know. My crowd is here. They'll tell you from 2022 when I really started doing consistent lives. That was Joe Biden. I was shitting on him every week. Every week. So please. No, everybody does not, because there's people right now that are saying they wish he was back in office and they gave him a bad rap. What lefty you know would sit up there and consistently shit on their side? Why would they do that? I understand though. I understand. You see Trump getting punked by Iran, you think the person that's doing the commentary is a lefty. Yet, I'm going to show you MAGA people that are shitting on him too, but I'm sure they're lefties too, right? Ah, okay.
And it must be in our national interest. The the opposition, I think, is saying she would have joined the initial strikes, whether they were lawful or not.
Illegal, not in Britain's national interest. Britain didn't stay out because Starmer suddenly grew a conscience. Britain stayed out because this war is bad for the City of London's business.
The banking capital of the world. You would be shocked to find out how much money flows through London. But let's go. Okay, how did he get elected? He told you how he got elected. He didn't like what Trump was doing. And he threw his hat in the race, and he knew the DNC was going to pick him because he was a former vice president. That's how he got picked. And he also got picked because Trump handled C-19 very badly. That's why he got in. And he fucked this country up. Now, what lefty you know is going to say that? If I was a true lefty, I would be sitting up here saying Trump fucked everything up. I wish we had Biden back. I wish we had Obama back. Fuck both of them. But that's okay. That's okay. Continue.
And Trump knew that when he launched it. I'm Barbara Boyd. I've tracked the fight between empire and...
No, unicorn. No, it's not. NYC is not the banking capital of the world. No, it's not. The unholy trinity is DC, London, and the Vatican. If you don't believe me, you can go research it. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. You can look it up.
sovereign nations for decades.
Yes, I'm independent.
The oil price hooks created by the City of London, the moves Trump has made to kill it, and why we will remember is formal notice that the post-war special relationship is finished.
Yes,
Let's start
ma'am.
with what you're being told right now. Oil prices are spiking. Tankers can't get insurance. The Strait of Hormuz is a war zone and closed. That is what every anchor, every financial correspondent, every headline is saying. They're trying to create a panic to damage President Trump's economic agenda ahead of the midterms. It's not true. Here's Energy Secretary Wright telling you exactly that.
Gasoline prices up 14% in the past week, according to Triple.
Oh, Lord. Sir, I'm from New York City. Do you know how much money they done pulled out of New York City over the last decade? This is what I mean. Y'all are not seeing what's going on out here. Okay, let me ask you a question. Just because New York City, the largest city in the country, has the most concentration of banks, that makes it number one? When most business now is being dealt online? But okay, let me help you. If New York City was the banking capital of the world, why are they moving? Why are all the banks going to Charlotte now? Why is the U.S. banking tax haven going to Charlotte, North Carolina, if New York City is the banking capital of the world? I just need this answered from me. Okay, let me help you, sir. I haven't lived in New York in about 5 years, but the last time I was there, Wall Street was dead. Not in the fact that it can move money, but it's been dead. It doesn't have the same buzz like it used to. People are doing trades from their homes. People aren't even really going to the stock market like that anymore. There's a concerted effort to make sure that New York City is still named the banking capital of the world because everybody knows it's London. And if you put that out there that it's London, that gives Europe legitimacy as one of the biggest entities on the planet. Can't have that with the US. Why is New York City not part of the unholy trinity? But
A reports the national average is $3.45. We've seen oil prices spike. How high do you think oil and gas are going to go?
2006 prices.
Higher than they are here because the world is very well supplied with oil. There's no energy shortage at all.
Sir, yes, there's supply. Yes, but nobody was using it. That was the problem. Nobody was using it. People were not traveling. People were not going on cruises. People were not flying. People were limiting how they use their cars. People are keeping their moves in the city. Yes. That's why the quickest way to fix an economy is a war. You have the Gulf states start running their mouth. You start lobbing missiles. People panic. That strait allegedly got closed. Everybody dumped all the supply on the market. Fuck the price up. Now Trump gonna come outside, talk about some, oh, look, gas prices are dropping. It had nothing to do with you, sir. That was a concerted world effort to make sure that everybody can make a little bit of profit. Now you have less supply. Okay. The spring will show us everything.
In the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
The United States is a net exporter of oil, a large net exporter of natural gas.
God.
But
And nobody bought it.
in Europe are seeing an interruption from the normal cruise flows.
Because they went to Russia, sir.
Stores around the world. What you're seeing is emotional reactions and fear that this is a long-term war. This is not a long-term war.
He said this is not long-term war. Okay. Sir, why do you keep talking about war? This is not... Never mind. He ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it.
This is not a supply problem. This is not a transportation problem. The oil is there. The ships are there. What happened is that Lloyd's of London, the city's insurance arm, more risk coverage from Persian Gulf shipping in the hours of the conflict beginning.
So they ain't gonna tell you that.
Lloyd's won't insure your tanker doesn't sail. That's not the market reacting to war. That's the city engineering a price spike on command. Now, here's the business model behind that move.
Hey, my guy that said New York City is the banking capital of the world, you still want to tell me that it is? You still want to tell me? Which New York City firm insured tankers so they could move? I guess y'all don't realize that Lloyd's of London could basically cripple half of this world if they really wanted to. But you right. New York City is the banking capital of the world. Yet Lloyd's of London said 20 words and you don't move. They could say 3 words and you don't move. Can't be insured. You ain't going nowhere. Your people will go hungry. Like they saw in China. Gas prices starting to go up. People waiting in hours-long lines just for a little bit of petrol. Europe trying to kiss Putin's ass right now. Isn't BRICS Plus wonderful? What happened to Drill Baby Drill? We will show you what happened to Drill Baby Drill.
London controls the pricing mechanisms for the world's most critical raw materials, oil, rare earths, lithium, copper, etc. Not by producing them,
But by controlling them.
contracts.
There you go.
Markets, the insurance, the shipping
Producing my
rates.
ass.
Whoever controls those choke points collects a toll on everything that moves on the planet. Lloyd's canceling tanker coverage isn't risk management, it's pulling a lever. And watch what happens when Trump moves against one of their nodes. Chatham House, the city's public foreign policy arm, immediately declared the Iran operation illegal.
There's no ready legal basis that can be invoked in order to justify the present operation. International law, you can use force only in extraordinary.
Force major, what we will talk about tomorrow. Hey, my guy that left, what happened? You didn't like that information coming out? Oh, then I guess you ain't gonna like what I'm about to show you next. Are you ready? Cal, is you ready? Y'all want to explain this to me, how this is great? Remember how I keep saying that we're being carved up for Asia? Do you understand that Trump supporters and MAGA are celebrating this? No American company. He could have given incentives to American companies to refine that oil in Texas. He took $300 billion from India to build a refinery at the border of the U.S. and Mexico. And you still want to tell me he's trying to kick people up out of here? Here you go. And he's so dumb, and his supporters are so dumb. His first line told you everything he's told you about us being a lie. Because remember how he kept saying that everybody's coming to us for energy. We're the number one energy producers in the world. America is returning to real energy dominance. Why would you write that? If we're already doing it, why would you say returning? But again, this is Trump supporters. This is MAGA. This is the right. They don't think, they don't read, they don't research. I understand why they say most Americans read at a 6th grade level. He's telling you we were not who we say we are. You could run and say we're the net exporter, the number one net exporter of stuff. Yeah, you're giving the shit away. But you're also not telling them that you have in all these other countries come in here and produce for us. And if they pulled that shit out, we'd be in trouble. We'd have blackouts all over the place. We'd have hours-long gas station lines for small quantities. But nah, y'all don't want to think that far. He just admitted that we weren't number one. He just admitted it. And y'all sitting there clapping. Today, I'm proud to announce that America First Refining is opening the first new U.S. oil refinery in 50 years in Brownsville, Texas. This is a historic $300 billion deal, the biggest in U.S. history, a massive win for American workers, energy, and the great people of South Texas. Do you realize that the Indians are going to have a thriving enclave in South Texas? Do you realize this? At the border, they're going to have a thriving community. So all them white folk down there, all them legal Mexicans down there, even them illegal Mexicans down there, they about to be in trouble. But you're right. Go ahead, you give us more. Thank you to our partners in India and their largest privately held energy company, Reliance, for this tremendous investment. It's because of our America First agenda, streamlining permits and lowering taxes that have attracted billions of dollars in deals coming back to our nation. A new refinery at the Port of Brownsville will fuel U.S. markets, strengthen our national security, boost American energy production, deliver billions of dollars in economic impact, and will be the cleanest refinery in the world. It'll fuel U.S. markets. How much is their cut? How is that going to fuel us? Oh, you're going to play speculation. Okay. They probably take it 60-40. You're going to give away. They're going to make, conservatively, they're going to make their money back plus probably another $50 to $100 billion. Or we're going to make about, conservatively, maybe less than 100. But this is a massive win, right? How is that not Trump's fault? What industry? Wait, hold it, Katie. When did the energy industry leave America? I didn't know this. And you said, I love how they bring up Democrats. Y'all see this, right? They love bringing up Democrats. Oh, God. The same man who campaigned on making sure that Americans had jobs and trying to incentivize American businesses, now you're telling me that we have to bring countries in on this? So he lied again. Okay. Great. Clinton with NAFTA, and Trump sat there and used NAFTA to draft the USMCA. So now what? Oh, and if the USMCA, according to Trump, is so bad, why hasn't he pulled out of it yet? He's still got it going. But you're right. This is America first. $1 trillion to the Gulf states, they get no war. $300 billion now after you cursed out their prime minister. And just made him have the ability to go get Russian oil for 30 days. There you go. So giving Modi a chance to talk to his buddy Putin that he could talk to on the daily, the chance to get oil for his country for 30 days. This is what we sold out for. You sold us out for that. That's wonderful. I'm sorry. I want Americans to succeed. I want them to be able to succeed in their own country with the resources that we have here. I'm sorry. But this is what y'all wanted. You want to be the United States of Asia. Oh my God, here we go. That's 40 years you have to turn around. 40 years. I thought Trump made deals. Now he's gonna bring up the undocumented. Dude, do you know how many undocumented people have been in this country? Okay, so you want the outcry? Cool. I called out Biden for that. I called out Obama for that. I called out W for that. I called out Clinton for that. I called out Bush one for that. I called out Reagan for that. They've been letting illegals in here en masse since Nixon. That's when it really got bad. Where's your outcry? Your outcry showed up because they told you to say something. You didn't give a shit about illegals until Trump said something. Even when it first came out that Obama was deporting more people than any other president in history, y'all didn't give a shit. So miss me with the fake outrage now that you care about undocumented people because of Chicago, because of what's going on in Florida. Miss me. Okay, good. So call out Trump on this. Since you want to call out Trump, okay, I'm gonna prove that I think you're a liar. You ready? Watch this, family. I'm gonna prove I think he's a liar, or she, or it. We don't discriminate here. You want me? You want to call out Trump for something wrong? Call him out for this. We're gonna play this again. Call him out for this.
Turn and the situation was very quickly approaching
Mm-hmm.
the point of no return, and the United States found it intolerable, in my opinion, based on what Steve and Jared and Pete and others were telling me, Marco, so involved, that I thought that.
Oh, see? What did I tell y'all, fam? He just proved it. He, she, or it just proved it. There was no reason to care. So illegals were coming in here taking all the resources, and you think because some of them got ripped up and already got caught, you didn't have to care because you thought the system was working. Oh, guess what? Biden didn't let all them illegals in, right? But the system was still working. But you were told then that he was fucking the system up, so that's why you said something, right? Ah, fam, you just let him talk long enough. Okay, good. Why was he wrong for going to Iran? I want to hear your armor. Go ahead. Tell me why he was wrong for going after Iran. Because there was something in there he said. I want to see if you're going to pick up on it. D-Wisdom, that's not our problem that they're sitting there begging for help. Why do we have to go 12,000 miles to go help somebody else? What did Iran do to us? We got people here that need help. You still got people in California after that wildfire still homeless. We still have vets on the street in LA that we still can't get off the street. Now you got homeless people all over this area of Atlanta. Even in the wealthy suburbs, you're seeing them on the corner. We got to get them off the street. Why are you consistently taking resources and sending it to other countries when we need it here? Explain that to me. Now, KD, back to you. Why is he letting his son-in-law dictate his movement and he's not an elected official? Why is Affinity Partners an arm of the owners and controllers of global financialized capital? Why are they able to tell the president, go with Israel and go bomb Iran? I need this explained. Look, they're bringing up Hunter Biden. We're not even talking about Hunter Biden. Okay, and Hunter Biden got his charges dropped. Now what? Now what? Why y'all bringing up Hunter Biden? See that? There you go. Food prices about to go up. You bringing up Hunter Biden? Okay, sure. And explain to me why by taking $300 billion from India. Tell me how this is supposed to help us. When they could pull out of the deal anytime they want. Which means you probably set up enough infrastructure and gave enough people quality of life that you could just yank it away from them and just go somewhere else. Okay. But okay. Sure. This is great. The United States of Asia. This is what y'all want. Who's next? They're going to allow, maybe they'll finally allow those Chinese cars to be sold here. Then we'll know that we're really the United States of Asia. Maybe there won't be any tariffs on vodka coming out of Russia or the lobsters. Maybe. They bring up Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden ain't been relevant for about 2 years. Ever since he got the pardon. He got sentenced and then he got the pardon. He ain't been relevant. They brought him right back up. Explain your mans. Look, he clapping for this. How are you clapping for this? So wait, okay, so the Saudis control the biggest oil refinery in the world right now in Spring, Texas. They own that. You just brought India into Texas. 2 BRICS nations basically control the oil in this country. Son of a bitch. Must be nice. So no American company could have done that. Oh, no. That's right. You sent them down there to Venezuela. That's right. I forgot about that. You sent them down to Venezuela for the dirty oil. You're giving BRICS access to the clean oil, the clean crude. That's right. That's right. I can't believe I forgot about that. Seems like he likes the brown people, huh? Oh, fam. Remember how I said earlier that MAGA don't know what's going on? Y'all remember Georgina Meloni, right? The prime minister for Italy, right? Italy. Remember how MAGA was running around there and Trump supporters were running around saying how base she was because she was talking spicy when she first got in? So based. She's like a female Trump. Trump likes her. He came out and wrote a True Social post saying she's great. She's going to make Italy great. Oh, she's going to make Italy great, huh? Oh. She's going to make Italy great. Well, shit. Well, shit. She's going to make Italy great. She's sending air defense systems along with the UK, France, I think Germany, and one other place. They're going to send it to the Gulf states. So screw your people. You're going to send the shit over there. By the way, Iran is closer to you than it is to us. So you might need that. Nah. Yeah, you're right. I said, and where was the first oil tanker going? Israel. Huh. Where's this Venezuelan oil that's supposed to be flowing in here? Oh, and the payments in Qatar right now. And they still don't see it. You sent it to a country that's about to go into BRICS, and the money is sitting in a BRICS country. Motherfucker. And you still want to tell me Trump is not an agent of BRICS? But okay. Yeah. Italy's so great. Look at this. Look. Oh. But let's focus on Spain, the country he thought was in BRICS. We don't have to do no business with them. Okay. I mean, that's your prerogative. Let's see what we get from them. So according to Trump, $22 billion, it's worth it. Oh. So you're going to try to starve them. Okay. I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure that'll work. Well, I guess we are not going to need machinery, pharmaceutical products. I can't wait for oil price to go up. Cooking oil. Can't wait for that. Distillation, what you need to process that crude. I can't wait for that. They're already talking about the sulfuric acid and all that. Oh, I can't wait. I'm sure China will take that, though. Articles of iron or steel. You don't need that? Oh, okay. Vehicles, yes. Some of your cars come from Spain. Yeah, I guess you won't need that, right? Okay. Plastics. Yeah. Plastics a big thing. Yeah. Yeah. But Trump, he's so based. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, look, the spike, a big spike. Look, jumped $1 billion in 3 years. I guess they friends. Oh, I know you, because Biden and them went high, right? Mm, mm, mm. Oh, MAGA. Again, the history books will not be kind to you. They will not be.
Israel was going to strike Iran, and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said that Iran was going to get.
Yeah, your statement is false. So that's not what I was asked very specifically. Were you there yesterday?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Say that again.
Yesterday, you told us that Israel was going to strike Iran, and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said that Iran was going to get.
Yeah, your statement is false. So that's not what I was asked very specifically. Were you there yesterday?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
How you let that reporter punk you? Come on now. And this is the person they said should run with JD Vance in 28? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He only talking tough when it come to Cuba. Come on, bro. Oh my God. Hey fam, you ain't noticed something? He going after Cuba. They over there trying to bomb Ecuador. Oh, and by the way, back to Italy real fast. She's so based, but she still has that open air slavery market going on in her country. But she's so based. Okay. All right. But, conservatives tell you that the right ended slavery. Uh-huh. Okay.
There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. No, were you the one that, because somebody asked me a question, I said, did we go in because of Israel?
She just told you she was the one that asked you that question.
Said, you were asking me, are you through that follow-up? And I said, no. I told you this had to happen anyway.
This had to happen anyway. You hear him.
Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ballistic missile program. That Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ability to conduct these attacks.
They already hid. They already told you we have shit you haven't even seen yet. And usually with a Gulf state, when they do bloviate like that, they launch off at least one missile just to show you what they got. They're playing it close to the vest. They know what they're doing. They've studied you. Trump is, do you realize that? Okay, fam, let me holler at you. You remember the myth of our military being the strongest in the world, that we had shit that people didn't even know we had, and we never flexed it until it was time to go do something? What is Trump and the rest of the last 4 presidents done? They've sat out there and flexed what we got, and you think people didn't adjust? If we so gangster with it, right? Show us something. Go after China. Cripple them. But you can't do it, can you? Because their army would give our army a run for their money. They're dismantling air defense for South Korea right now. But okay, this is his foreign policy. All right.
That decision had been made. The president systematically made a decision to systematically destroy this terroristic capability that they had, and we carried that out. I was very clear in that answer. This was a question of timing, of why this had to happen.
It was a question of timing. It's the spring. China is about to get control of the most profitable and the most used trading causeway on earth. Not to mention the fact that they already run the Panama Canal. And they're about to make billions off of Panama by taking them to court. Reparations nations. I'm not even thinking about them damn nukes. It ain't about the nukes. They have access to something that y'all not gonna like. I'm gonna show you that, and then we're gonna go show you what China and Panama got going on. They have access to this. I'm not even worried about the conventional nuke. I'm worried about this. They have EMP bombs. That's what I'm worried about. Yes, they're about to make billions off of Panama. You don't believe me? I figured you didn't. And just to show you how gangster that whole region is, Hong Kong is in on it with them. But MAGA won't tell you this, right? The right wingers won't tell you this. Oops. They're about to get the Panama Canal and kick the Panamanians off something that bears their name. And they should be gangster with it and call it the People's Canal. The People's Republic Canal. There you go. MAGA too scared to go to websites like this because he think it's propaganda. China's Costco holds Panama port operations as tensions rise. They're saying that Panama illegally took 2 of the main ports. They say, you better get that shit back or we going to court. Panama, they were defiant. And now they say, word, all right, we're going to court. Hong Kong looked at it and were like, we don't like the mainland like that, but all right. They about to devastate that country. Hey, right-wingers, you haven't noticed that your president and his people haven't talked about the Panama Canal in about a year? Remember, that was one of the big things they wanted to do. They wanted to take the Panama Canal. Somebody crunched the numbers for Trump and them and realized that they couldn't do it. It would cost them about $70 to $100 billion just to not only control it, get the rights to it, but also fix it. And we'd make no money off of it. None. You might be lucky and break even. You might be lucky. Trump wants the Strait of Hormuz. This is what the play is. Qatar is telling him that. And when I say Qatar, I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about Tucker Carlson. He's telling them, go get that. Tucker Carlson is running Trump. And it's going to come out later. As much as Laura Loomer want to run around and say he hates you, and Trump want to go outside and say, oh, he done with MAGA. Do y'all realize he said Tucker Carlson's been kicked out of MAGA? What the hell does that mean? You can't be in my clubhouse no more. Nigga, do you know how much money I'm getting from them Qataris? The fuck? And when my people die, I'm gonna be a billionaire? Because I'm the heir to the Swanson fortune? Are you like, I'll be on your level at my people's funeral. Tucker Carlson is setting Trump up for a fall. And Trump is going to turn into a Democrat. It's going to be fun. Y'all will see all this play out in the spring. By the time we hit midterms, a lot of shit is going to come out and motherfuckers are going to start questioning things. This is bad. It's bad enough China runs the Panama Canal. You put them on a council of BRICS nations that will be able to vote on when to close the Strait of Hormuz. It's game over for America. This is what they're not telling you. It's game over for America. It's game over for the West. Y'all could sit up there and laugh at Europe trying to make sure they stay good with BRICS countries so they can get their stuff, but that's actually a smart play. Trump is going to be defiant into a recession. And then the first thing he's going to do, blame Democrats. Why didn't he say anything about Georgina doing that? Because he wanted that. When people were saying things like this, you should have known the writing was on the wall. But they didn't want to see it. And then this will be the last thing. This idiot wrote this yesterday, and it's it's a shame that people with followings like this are allowed to talk. Now, this was when that idiot said what he said. I bet you he didn't put back up after they took it back. I bet you he didn't put the price back up. I bet you he didn't. That's why I said if there's one lesson you should carry through life, is that dumb Trump supporters never look at the left hand working because they are being jaded off to Trump's pick with the right. Be here tomorrow when we talk about Vision 2030. That's going to be part 1. Part 2, oh, you're going to love part 2. Part 2, we're going to show you somebody who was a big Trump supporter. They got off. We're going to go through that chronology. And it's going to be somebody you probably wouldn't expect. And yes, somebody else is going to catch a stray because we're going to roast somebody and it's going to be beautiful. But anyway, hopefully you learned something. If you did, a dumb job. If not, I try to be better next time. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Be productive. Be safe. Take care. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Make sure, well, YouTube's scrolling with the channel, so make sure that the notifications are right. And if you could hype the video, hype it. I'm out.